Good morning, Human Geo students. This is our Day 2 lecture of Unit 1. Our learning target today. I can explain difficulties in displaying maps and how geographic information systems work. So first things first, we are going to look at latitude and longitude. Okay, so as you can see in this visual down here, right, latitude are the lines going east and west. Longitudes are the lines going north and south, right? Latitude, you can think about, it looks like you're climbing up a ladder. All right, so maps have both latitude and longitude lines. Every 15 degrees of longitude, okay, so the ones going up and down, every 15 degrees equals one time zone change. Okay, one time zone change. I want you to think about what time zone Minnesota's in. Central Standard Time. Okay, we are in Central Standard Time. The next piece of key terms we're going to talk about is absolute location. An absolute location is the absolute location of something with exact coordinates. Okay, those coordinates contain the latitude and longitude. Okay, you can see here the absolute location of STMA High School. So this is a map of standard time zones of the world. Okay, there, see where Minnesota is, the Central Standard Time here. So every 15 degrees of longitude is a new time zone. You might be wondering why the lines aren't clear cut, like why some are jagged. Because they want to ensure that you're not cutting off a country, right, into two different time zones if you can help it, right? So they try to be accommodating in terms of making sure certain chunks of land are in a time zone if it's going to help make things efficient for those communities. All right, next, maps also show hemispheres of the world. There are four hemispheres: the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, the western, and the eastern. Okay, so the United States, right? The northern hemisphere is the USA, Europe, and Asia. The southern hemisphere is Australia, sub-Saharan Africa, and South America. Okay, the north and south hemispheres are cut off by the equator. Okay, by the equator. The western hemisphere are the Americas, and the eastern hemispheres are Europe, Africa, and Asia. So the United States is in the northwestern hemisphere of the world. Okay? West and east hemispheres are divided by the prime meridian. All right, there you can see it. US is in both north and west. Projections. So, types of projections. A projection is a flat representation of a sphere. Okay. The Robinson projection is probably the most common, well-known projection, and that's where the poles are flat. And we'll take a look at what that looks like. Then there's the interrupted projection, where distances are all distorted. But no matter what, Earth's surface is distorted in all types of projections because we're a sphere, right? There's no way to perfectly lay it out to look like a map. If you have time, not mandatory, but this YouTube 6-minute YouTube video is excellent of him going through all sorts of different types of distortions. Okay. Different visuals here. This is the Robinson projection, right, where they flatten out the poles. Then all the proportions change of all of the land masses. We're going to talk in our live meet today about some pros and cons of the Robinson projection. All right, almost done. A lot of information today, but small scale and large scale maps. So I want you to look over here in blue. Small scale maps show a small amount of detail. Okay, so it shows large areas from far away. Example, like the Twin Cities, right? It shows the big picture of location. So it's like when you're on Google Maps and you scroll way out, right? So that is an image of a small scale map. Large scale maps show a large amount of detail. So it shows a small area close up, right? So you're so zoomed in that you might be able to see a neighborhood or, hey, there's the preserve park. It shows more detail. So this would be a visual of a large scale map. Right? So looking at the Earth's surface, we're gonna do an activity where we look at all different types. There's like Google Map. Like this is the same image here, which is crazy, right? So St. Michael Rec Center, for those of you who have been down there, this is from Google Maps, what it looks like. Okay. Would this be a small scale or large scale map? Large, right? Because it shows a large amount of detail. And then this is the image from Google Earth. So it's pretty amazing, that ratio in Google Maps compared to Google Earth. All right, that is what I have for you today. If you have any questions, as always, shoot me an email. Other than that, have an awesome day.